Hey guys, what's up? My name is Noelle. If you guys are new here, welcome. If you guys are already subscribed, welcome back. Today is going to be kind of a Q&A video. There's going to be two parts. I actually was requested to do this video by a subscriber. Jen, shout out to you. She had really good questions about nursing in general and then about NICU nursing as well. So we're gonna go over that. This first part is just gonna kind of be like general nursing questions about school and about like hours and holiday stuff. And then part two will be more specific NICU nursing. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed. I also do have an Instagram, always linked in the description below. So if you guys have any specific questions, feel free to DM me, or you can always comment down below under all my videos. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, so the first question is, how hard is getting into nursing school? So you can either apply directly right into the nursing school, or you can apply into the university as a whole, just like any other student would. So I personally went the direct nursing school route. I think that's a lot easier, a lot less stressful, because once you get in, you know you're in for good. Versus the other way, you apply to the university, you take the prereqs as a freshman, and then you have to reapply into the nursing school. So nursing schools are pretty small. It's like 100 per class, sometimes even less. So if you do it the second way, where you apply to the school and then have to reapply to the nursing school, you might not get in, and then you're kind of stuck taking the prereqs for nursing, and then I honestly don't know what you would do. So like I said, a lot less stressful if you just apply right into the nursing school. So I definitely recommend that. There's a lot of good nursing schools out there. Do your research, see what the right fit is for you, but I would highly recommend just going right into the nursing school. If you guys see me looking down, I have my computer with all the questions and some bullet points that I wanted to go over, so that's why I'm looking down. The next question, how hard is school to become a nurse? So like I just mentioned, first you have to apply, and then once you've applied, congratulations, you got in. Nursing school itself, so I feel like you hear a bunch of horror stories about how hard it is. It definitely is hard. I wouldn't, sugarcoat that at all. It just kind of depends on how good at school you are, and if you guys have a routine, if from high school, you've got your study routine down and things like that. So for me, I know that I have to study a couple weeks in advance for a test, so I made sure that I had time to do that. Like I mentioned before, nursing schools are pretty small. There are people who do fail and drop out of nursing school, and there are people who have to stay back one semester if they fail one class or something. So that's not too bad. You just graduate a semester later, but nursing school is definitely hard. And it's up to you whether you can handle extracurriculars, how many extracurriculars, but also enjoy your college experience. So it really just depends how diligent you are, how good with time management you are, but you should be fine. I made it. A lot of people obviously are nurses, so not too hard, but make sure you do get your work done. So kind of related to a nursing schedule, once you're actually working and in the hospital, two questions she asked are, how often do you work holidays, and how many days a week do you work, and how many hours? So for those of you guys who don't know, generally nurses work 3 days a week, 12-hour shifts. I don't know many units that work 8-hour shifts. I know at my hospital, mother baby can work 8-hour shifts, and then I think the OR nurses kind of have their own schedule. I don't really know what it is, but generally nurses work 3 12-hour shifts a week. Pretty manageable, really flexible schedule. Depending on where you work, you can kind of self-schedule, and if you like working 3 in a row, then you'll have a lot of time off. If you like working every other day, you can. You can work weekends, days, nights. It just depends what you're hired on to, the hospital. I currently rotate between day shift and night shift, so that's also a possibility. But I know a lot of new grad nurses are hired on to night shift because not as many people want to do that. So people with more seniority tend to do day shift only. With that being said, just be aware of that. I don't know if in clinicals you guys already are doing night shift or not, and we also work weekends. Hospitals never close, they're open 24/7, so that means holidays, weekends, nights, days. So that's unfortunately what comes with the job, but at the same time, you do have a lot of flexibility with your work hours. So in terms of holidays, a lot of hospitals do it differently, so it'll really depend on where you work, but I can use my hospital as an example. So we have, I think, 9 holidays where we get holiday pay, which is time and a half, and we get holiday hours, meaning like towards our PTO. It ends up alternating every other holiday, and then obviously the next year you work the opposite holidays you worked last year. So for the big holidays like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, one year you'll work Thanksgiving and New Year's, the next year you'll work Christmas. That's how my hospital does it. I know some hospitals do one major holiday, so either Thanksgiving, Christmas, or New Year's you'd have to work, and then one I guess summer holiday or not so major holiday like Memorial Day, Labor Day, 4th of July, things like that. It really depends. Usually holidays, it's kind of a give and take. Obviously you miss time with your family and loved ones and friends, but at the same time, at least on the bigger holidays, a lot of families will bring in food. All the nurses usually will have a potluck, and usually get something together. So it's a good time while you're at work. It's also not too busy because all the doctors and all the extra people who normally would be there aren't there. It's a pretty chill environment, and it's not so bad to be there, just because you feel the love, basically. You feel the love even though you're not spending it where you may have wanted. So this was a super quick video. Those are 4 questions, kind of just general nursing questions. If you guys have any other general nursing questions, feel free to comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe. And like I said, stay tuned for part 2, which is just all NICU specific. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.